Hi, and welcome to Cooking with Cox. With me, your host, Russell Cox. This is the YouTube cooking show where I teach you how to cook delicious new meals with stuff you probably already had laying around anyways. Today we're going to be learning how to make Spanish torta, a traditional Mexican dish that's similar to their version of a hamburger or a hot dog. Come on down. For this dish, you're going to need eggs, your favorite type of salsa, some ground beef or pork or sausage or whatever you feel like. It's not a big deal. Some black beans or pinto beans, refried beans if you're lazy, some guacamole, and some bread. Now, it's traditionally served on long rolls, but you can also use tortillas or regular sandwich bread, whatever you got lying around. You're also going to need a skillet, spatula, something to bash the eggs with, and a small saucepan. Now let's start cooking. Now, the first thing you want to do is going to brown the beef. So open up the package, heat up the skillet to a high heat. Now, I'm only going to use about half this because I'm not feeding that many people. So you can just go ahead and go right in there. Meat does a body good. I should mention that I'm not in any way a professional cook. I'm just a dude who likes food. Now, just pour a little vegetable oil on that. Whoop, that's good, I guess. I don't really know. Now what you're going to want to do is just slightly brown the meat. You don't want to cook it all the way because we're going to add some stuff to it in a second. Now, while this is sizzling and popping, we're going to do some other stuff. We're going to open up a can of beans and start heating that up in the sauce pot. Watch this for me. That was the coolest thing I've ever said in my entire life. You're going to put the beans on medium heat. And at the same time, put the beans in a saucepan and mash them up. This is an actual bean masher. You can use whatever you want, a big spoon, I don't know, some sort of mallet if you have it. I don't know. Right now my roommates are probably wondering what they're doing. They don't realize they're about to get some delicious food. Alright. Okay, now this meat's just about browned perfectly. I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in for you. Meat. Alright, now that the meat's cooked, I'm going to show you how to drain it and cook it. And I am just really unprepared to do this right now. Alright, I'm going to switch to this. Okay, now that the meat's done, we drain off the excess fat. Observe while I do that. Man, I wish this stood up better, because that'd make my life way easier. Yeah, excess fat draining away. Okay. Now what we do is add the salsa. Don't ever forget to mash the beans. Mash, mash, mash. Mash, mash, mash. Mash all those beans. Anyways, so you have your siphoned off fat. Now you take your favorite salsa, or whatever cheapest salsa you can buy. This is definitely not my favorite, but Tostitos will work. You open up the salsa, get a spoon, and just pour the salsa on the beef. And mix it around. Now, kick it back up to heat, which should have been off. Put it on low heat. And now, we add the eggs. Bum, bum, bum. Add in in the eggs. Add in the eggs. You can add however many eggs you want. It's about 1 egg per 1 person. Also means however much, or 2 eggs for 1 person if you like to eat. It also depends on how much you like to eat and how many people you're feeding. If it's just for you, 1 or 2 eggs tops. Also a lot less salsa and a lot less, well, everything. But for this, I'm going to cook a lot just to show you how. So I'm putting 5 eggs. Also, I have 5 eggs left, and I just want to use them all up. Shouldn't take that long to cook. Not long at all, actually. Almost done. Once you can see the egg whites, and it gets a little chunky, then you know you're done. So I think we're pretty close to done with that. Now it's time to cook the bread. And by cook the bread, I just mean heat it up a little bit. Traditionally, torta is served on long rolls. Now it's time for the guacamole. Now, I'm using just some store-bought guacamole that comes in these bags. You can see it's fresh, it's good. You can add some stuff to it to give it a little bit more kick. Now, bread's done, guacamole's done, torta main dish is done. I think we're almost time to eat. Now let me show you how to put this dish together. Okay, you have your bread, you have your beans, you have your this, and you have your salsa. So, what you do is, you grab your mashed beans, you spread that on the bottom of the torta, like so. Little or less, however much you want. Or none at all, if you don't like it. Now, after you put the beans in, you have the tops of the bread. And that's where you put the guacamole. So you put the guacamole on top. For the main dish, you take the torta and put it on the beans, like so. But put it on, and that, my friends, is a delicious, delicious torta. And now, my roommate Joe is gonna eat it.
Specific way to eat this?
You just eat it like you,
like a sandwich?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a normal sandwich.
Alright. There we go.
This has been Cooking with Cox. I'll see you next time.